Welcome to the Bird Gang Nation Sports Media Show, repping the greatest team of all time. Let's go! Bird Gang 31, he be the host with the most. We going deep, burning teams. They ain't nothing but toast. It's in your rest there. Sirianni put me in coach, running like Miles Sanders till I butt my head on the post. Touchdown! Yeah, that's coming. Devontae's crazy route running. Jalen Hurst and them throwing lasers. The regular young gunning. Come on! On the D side, we ride, sack him with Fletcher, lay him out on the stretcher. No one can protect you. Watch Darius slay him, shutting down your routes. Come on! In my green John, eating Philly cheesesteaks. Put up your cups, wings up, if you can relate. Tailgating at the link like Gangsta Stride. To the Bird Gang Nation, that's worldwide. On Sundays, catch the pre and post game. Mondays is Birds on Broad Street with Philly Notion and Cool Cat, the man in motion. And Wednesdays, the midweek special got you open with JC from Eagles Talk, hitting like B-Dog, baby.
Welcome to another episode of Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Bird Gang 31. Today, Nation, we have a very special guest in the house from the Washington football team. It's Corey on the WARPATH in the building. How you doing today, my guy?
Doing good, man. I'm going to apologize ahead of time because my lips are off with the video, but I hope I can still get my point across. Appreciate you having me on, and been looking forward to this because we had this set up for what, about 2-3 months now. We
got it early. We got it in early. That's for sure, man. That's for sure. And I'm glad you're able to come over here, and chop it up and talk some football with me, my guy.
Yes, sir.
And guess what? Even though your lips don't match, the words come out perfectly. So they definitely gonna get it. They definitely gonna get it, man. So, man, hey, let everybody know about your channel, and what you do over there.
Yeah, so I'm the host, creator on the WARPATH, talking Washington football team all the time, former Redskins, and we do live streams every week. Wednesday, we do WARPATH Wednesday, preview the upcoming opponent during the season. We do live streams during the game. Only missed 2 games. One I was at, one I was doing a wedding, so I couldn't do it. But we usually have guests on. I have guests on during the off season. Julie Donaldson, Rick Doc Walker might be familiar to some folks. Brand Weinstein, the radio voice of the Washington football team, and I've had a lot of people in the local media come on and chop it up with me, talking about the team and stuff. So it's been a whirlwind, doing it since 2016, and it is the most, I guess it is the most stressful stress reliever that I have in my life, because it's so much fun, but it's so much work, and I don't think people realize how much work us content creators go through on a weekly basis. Like, we eat, sleep, and breathe this just as much as the people who are covering it. Like, you got your folks up there, NBC Sports Philadelphia, that cover this stuff. But, I feel like we cover it just as much, but we're just not on the inside. So
yeah, we're not getting paid like them. But
yeah,
they definitely get it, man. But yeah, man, it is definitely a grind, man. And hey, shout out to all you guys that were looking for the show earlier. We had to reschedule that to Thursday, so be on the lookout for that, though. Hey, man, what happened this last Sunday with the Washington football team, my guy? We were looking for you guys to go lay the smackdown on Dallas, and it didn't work out that way. The first half was kind of rough, but the second half, you guys kind of came back alive. made it a game. So, what was your your impressions of that game?
There's no such thing as a moral victory, first of all, because you commit 4 turnovers, you get sacked 5 times, and their fat-headed coach guarantees a win, and you come out and play like that. You're not going to win games like that. And I think the injuries caught up with us. That's not making an excuse. I think everything kind of just collided at that point. We're playing on a 3-game stretch where we're going up against well-rested teams. We played played the Raiders coming off the Thanksgiving little break. Played Dallas, then we got you guys coming off the bye. So these are, I mean, it's a lot of things that went kind of awry. But if you look at this game, though, Taylor Heineke got exposed. The offensive game plan was putrid, to say the best. They did not go to their bread and butter, which I thought was very disappointing. Not running the ball, didn't get Antonio Gibson started early, which he has been the horse over the last 2 games in that 4-game winning streak. And no J.D. McKissick, who pretty much works as our everyday. He kind of like Darren Sproles was for y'all's offense.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day. So J.D. McKissick kind of works like that for us. On defense, I thought we played better. We've gotten Landon Collins to embrace that Buffalo nickel like a linebacker. He had his first multi-sack game and an interception on yesterday. But, man, at the end of the day, they didn't come up for this. Our home base got invaded. And
with those you guys let me break bleacher chairs in.
Oh, God, the dirty, filthy sewer rats that are the Dallas Cowboys that I call them. I'll be nice. I ain't going to talk too bad about y'all right there because I'm still reeling. But, man, it sucked because we were hyped for this game. And they brought their own benches and everything. Jerry probably brought his own fan. I think Mike McCarthy had his massage therapist in the locker room at halftime. and he probably, it was probably the same guy or gal who was massaging Aaron Rodgers' toes during the Sunday night game. So I don't know, but it is what it is. We lost. I'm done with it. I hate them. We'll see them on December 26th. Now on to you
man,
all.
That's crazy. Why do you think it is that you guys don't come out in numbers like that? And Richie said, when do you guys think you guys can get your new name?
We're probably going to get it. So it's going to coincide with it. I think this will be year 90 for us going into 2022. Yeah, that's right. It'll be year 90 going into 2022 for Washington. So you get the new name and everything. I imagine we're going to see it somewhere in the first quarter, talking with a couple of people connected with the team and kind of listening what Jason Wright and company have said, the team president, that we're going to see it early. In spot. I think I like Red Wolves. I've heard the Washington Commanders. I'm like, I don't know about that. Because we were going to be called, like, I can just imagine all these things. It's like when you're naming a child, right? You're not going to name a girl Bertha. Because if you think about it, no offense to anybody's mama who's named Bertha or sister or something, Bertha's not an attractive name. And they're going to make fun. Oh, here comes Big Bertha.
Right?
You're going to like you, that's just thing. Or if you got, what's a guy's name? You don't really want to name Louis, right? And like my boy Louis T, but like it's just a name that I can't really think of one. We don't want to name our kids Donovan because we're afraid he's gonna get DUIs and finally fall off, right? Like right. Donovan, yeah, Donovan and that. We use that one for it, right? I don't want to name my kid Donovan, but
Cap.
Yeah. Man, I'm still mad at y'all. Y'all stole that damn Andy Reid stole everything from us. I was a freshman in college, and they walk in the room and they say, "Yo, Corey, Washington, the Redskins just traded for Donovan." I said, "Do what?" I was like, "Oh hell no!" Like I said, this Bama who just got worked by Dallas 2 games in a row. In the playoffs and in the last week, 09 season, I said, "Oh hell no!" I said, no." And then what happened? Y'all come wax it. He gets paid on the day y'all come and wax us. Like, bro, But anyway, I don't know what the name is. I'm gonna go on these tangents. I'm sorry. I'll prep y'all. I'll prep your audience.
Hey, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. We don't mind going a little
Yeah.
rant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Kyle Allen is playing this week?
I don't. I think Taylor's gonna go. I think Ron is confident in Taylor going. I think you all should prep for Taylor Heineke, and then we do the old banana and tailpipe switcheroo, and then Kyle Allen, and then y'all be all disoriented and everything.
Like I like what we did last week.
Yeah,
when we were like Jalen Hurst gonna play all week long, and then the game came and Gardner Minshew's your
Gardner
starter.
Minshew. Yeah, Gardner Minshew. He like. Man, but let me ask you this: so y'all like, are y'all still locked on with Hurts, or like,
Hey,
or
it's
you
Hurts
got
season
some...
over here, baby?
Okay, all right,
100%
okay.
Hurts season.
All
you know
right,
what I'm
man.
saying? Like, we got a confusing fan base. You know, the kind of what we call impatient. You know, like you gotta look at some things with Hurts, man. You know,
Really?
first year coach, first year coordinator. He done changed systems every year since he's been playing the last like 5. You know. And our team as a whole has been learning each other and learning like what's best for the team, you know, moving forward. So as you've seen the last 5 weeks or so, we've been running the ball a lot. And that's really the identity of our team. You know, we got the biggest linemen. You know, we kept getting linemen hurt because they're backpedaling all day, you know, and you can't be doing that with it. You got these big boys up there, you got to use them, you know, let them oppose their will on other teams instead of having these guys going backwards, you know, all these leg injuries coming out of it, you know, little stupid, silly injuries. We wonder why the last 2 years our linemen have been hurt so much. You know, that's just not what they do. You know, they're moving forward type people. You know, they're huge men, you know, Landon Dickerson, Mailata. These guys are like 6'8", you know, 350, 370-pound guys that can move. You got to use them in their best strengths, and that's forward. So I think it's the first 6 games, we only ran the ball a couple of times a game. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurst is our leading rusher, and that should never happen on anybody's football team. You know, your quarterback should be a good rusher. He is a through threat, but he don't need to be the leading rusher. I just think it took our coach a long time. He kind of came in wanting to be that guy because he, you know, last year we were passing it 40 times a game. You know, they hear that our GM wants us to pass the ball 40 times a game. And I think he came in thinking, oh, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I can pass the ball 40 times a game. And he was sadly mistaken when we came up 2-4. And he realized that that was not going to work moving forward. So I'm happy he's started running the ball. We're now the number 1 rushing team, even though we didn't run the ball the first, you know, 6 games. I think that's kind of crazy. But I think moving forward, he understands that, and, you know, it's going to be a good game plan moving forward. Jalen doesn't need to throw the ball 30, 40 times a game. You lead this guy at 20 to 25 throws a game, let him run a couple of, you know, maybe like 10 runs, you know, get his rushing on, you know, because he's going to do it regardless if you want him to or not. So he's a young guy that needs to develop. And then really with Jalen Hurst, the biggest thing that we look for him to do is make faster reads, you know. And things like that. But that's going to come over time. You know, no quarterback in the league has ever came into the league and just balled out. You know what I'm saying? They had good seasons. I mean, like completely balled out. It's rare. If you don't have a complete team around you, which with Eagles do not, we're missing. We got holes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be filled by better players. No disrespect to any of our players, but it's just truth. You know, some of these players are long in the twos. Some of them are just free agents, you know, finding their way on the team too. So it's just like if you had that complete team and all you needed was a quarterback, that would expect a little bit more from Jalen Hurst. But I think he's on pace doing good. You know, every week you hear about him breaking a new record for, you know, players playing in the time period that he done played in. So I don't understand why anybody will hate on him. The guy had a bad game, you know, in New York, but Jalen Hurst is the only reason why we even have an opportunity right now to be having a playoff chase. You know, going to this playoff run. So. You know, I'm lax. I love everything he's doing. You know, like they want to talk about his accuracy. Yeah, but if you wanted to, you can go on YouTube and make an hour-and-a-half video on all his throws and find a million good throws he's made since he got in the league. You know, even that Giants game, you can't blame him for Rager not catching. You know, I think the biggest critics of Jalen Hurts. You know, if these receivers were to caught all the touchdown passes that he has thrown on point, you know. All the touchdowns that he's thrown that got called back. If he had all those stats, you know, there wouldn't be any argument right now that Jalen Hurst is the guy moving forward. But since it didn't happen and shoulda, woulda, coulda, that leaves room for optimism and
Yeah.
skepticism, for other things. Then you got Gardner Minshew coming in last week, winning the game, having a good game. It wasn't a great game. Like people overblow it up a little bit too much, I think. It wasn't great. It was good. He came in, he did what he was supposed to do. He threw the ball 25 times, completed 20 of them. You know, they were wide. We schemed up our receivers really good that game. They're wide open targets. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it was the
Hmm.
Jets. So it's like, yes, I take, hey, good job, Gardner. You did your job. But in terms of him being a starter or we need to go worry about another quarterback, no, man. Jalen Hurst is the guy, and we got to ride with him.
Yeah, I think I've always been skeptical of Hurts though, from his time at Alabama and even at Oklahoma, because I always felt like he's a talent, but he doesn't have that closer instinct, right? Like we looked at in the we looked at when they won the national championship at Alabama. Tua had to come in there and finish it up, right? For him to
Mm-hmm.
get in there. Although in vice versa the
Yeah.
following year, it was Tua who had to get relieved by Hurts, but he
Mm-hmm.
just can't go in the end with it. And then we saw it. Wow, I have to thank you, according to all the Giants fans. Thank you for the NFC East Championship last year. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Doug Peterson. Thank you,
Right.
Nate Sudfeld for giving it to, please. Not unlike the Giants, if they had just actually won another game, didn't y'all beat them down the stretch or something like that? And they could have beat y'all, and we wouldn't have been talking about it, or they could have beat Dallas. But it is what it is. I'm
Yeah.
not going. I'll leave
Like
it
we
alone.
tell the
Let's go.
Giant fans, you handle your business. You wouldn't have to worry about that last
Right,
game. We
right,
weren't going
right.
into the playoffs, man. We trying to get a better draft pick. Dougie P was like, draft time.
Yeah,
I think
man.
we would have won that game, to be honest. I was like, Jalen Hurst at the end of that second half, the second quarter, he came back and scored 2 on the ground. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We were moving in the right direction after that. But, Sudfeld came in, had to give him some PT,
Thank God.
whatever, dude. This is not
Thank you.
Pop Warner football, parents yelling at you for their kid not playing. Now get out of here with that mess, Dougie P. But, hey, you guys got the championship, last year, and we moved on from that one for sure.
Yeah, man. I was like, it was wild. It was wild. But we couldn't cash in on. We couldn't upset the eventual Super Bowl champions. So it was all for naught. We got a nice T-shirt, nice hat for it. Got this nice shirt right here too. But it is what
You
it
still got
is.
the
So
merch on. Still got
yeah,
the
man.
merch on, man. Still got the. I like it.
Yes,
I
sir.
like it. Playing on both sides. They said need to talk about playing on both sides of the ball. Hey, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. We getting there. We're warming up, my guy. Everybody, just calm down, chill out. So, what are some players? What was your record prediction going into the season? First off, and how has that changed so far?
Had them at like 10-7, 9-8. I thought they could get in. I think I felt like they're kind of right where I kind of thought they would be right now. I stupidly said on local television one day, I was like, "Hey, we coming for you, NFC East 12-5, 12-5." I was like, obviously, I didn't think of that with Ryan Fitzpatrick, but they are kind of where I thought they would be at. Right, we are right there in that range. Could be 10-7, could be 9-8, could be a 6 or 7 seed. I just thought that Brown and company didn't do enough to get a quarterback spot. To get a quarterback, I don't think there was any quarterback in free agency or that you could have traded for that would have brought that instinct that you needed. They're all like Kirk Cousins, pretty much.
Right.
And if we want to do that, like Matt Stafford, let's be honest, y'all. With all the super teams don't work. Matt Stafford doesn't know how to win in the NFL. So I really wasn't a fan of that trade anyway. I said, you might as well roll with what you got in that situation. And then, people talking about Derek Carr, maybe. The only quarterbacks I wanted were one Rain Dakota Prescott and Deshaun Watson. I would have put a strip. Look, we have all this sexual harassment going on. Just put a strip pole or something. Or put a massage there. Call Mike McCarthy down there in Dallas. Who's your massage therapist up here? We're going to put him a room right there at the Nova Sports Complex, and we'd be good, and we'll handle everything. That's all you had to do, right?
Right.
Yeah, so,
right. Hey,
hey.
I feel you. Everybody here was clapping the tables for Deshaun Watson, man. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not into him that much. You know what I'm saying? Deshaun
Really?
put up some big stats over there, but he also only won 4 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Mm-hmm.
if you look at Russell Wilson this year, everybody like Russ, Russ, Russ. I'm like, hey, Russ ain't. He got DK. He got Lockett. You know, he got some targets over there, and he ain't doing his
Mm-hmm.
thing either over there. So it's like, you guys pump your brakes. We got Jalen Hurst. He's 23 years old. He's learning, breaking records while he's learning. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine after he gets next year coming into the same system where he can actually, develop and actually learn the system, learn how to control that system. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learn the ins and outs of the system, putting them in there. It's gonna be great, man. And plus, he's still on a rookie contract. To go get
Mm-hmm.
either one of these guys, you're breaking the bank. Yeah, Watson, you're gonna break the bank. Wilson gonna break the bank. And I'm not even down with that. Like, we just came out of salary cap hell. And I think that there's a lot of other holes on the team to fill. With all these old veteran players on our
Mm-hmm.
team. About to leave and get traded and stuff. Because we're not gonna have all the same pieces next year. I can tell you that right off the jump. A lot of
Right.
these guys ain't even gonna be here. And just knowing that all the 1 year contracts we got and whatnot, it's like save that money, get the players you need. Plus, we're gonna have 3 first-round draft picks, man. When's the last time that ever happened? They'd be like, yeah, we're gonna probably trade back to get another one the following year. I'm like, no, 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 no. Use all 3 of those first-round draft picks on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get you 3 bona fide studs. We need a starting linebacker. We can use another safety. We can use a cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Get these positions filled on the ASAP. So now you putting pieces around Hurts. Because our offense, I think, is going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
They're all young. That's their only problem with these guys. They're all young. Plus, like I said, we got a new system, new scheme, new coach. He's learned how to call plays. But let these guys grow together, and you might have something really special next year in terms of offensive player skill set. Players, they're all fast. We'll name another 3 receivers that are as fast as Rager, Devontae and Quez. Those guys are burners. They just got to get it together, finish putting the pieces together around these guys, make sure that line doesn't get hurt. I think with the running game, you've seen our line starting to come back healthy. We might even get Brandon Brooks back, and that's the way you protect your line and your young quarterback. Plus, we re-signed Goddard. We got some real nice pieces on offense. I think all you need is Hurst to have, a full season under your system. Let them get another offseason under the same system, and we'll be fine. We don't need to go out there and waste no money.
Yo, but my thing is with Philadelphia, y'all, I hear you. You trust Howie Roseman? Y'all, you trust Howie Roseman to make the right decision. That's like me trusting Dan Snyder not to be corrupt. Like that's like us trusting arsonists to be our fire department chair, man. Like I get it, but Howie's like an accident waiting to happen, and I don't know what he has on Jeff Lowry or whatever, but it just seems like he constantly makes moves for y'all that set you back, even though they won a Super Bowl. Like I think that was a hell of a coaching job by Dougie P. But it just seemed like from an outsider's perspective that they all like he is the like. It's just something I don't like about him. Like he like I want to punch him because he feels like he's holding y'all hostage. Like when y'all could be the early 2000 Eagles again.
Yeah.
God forgive me. Like I feel so dirty right now. We lost to the Cowboys, and now I got to talk good about y'all. So I feel dirty right now. I'm gonna have to shower, and bathe, and I'm going to the Middle East tomorrow and going in the Dead Sea to get all this nastiness off me.
Hey, it's all good, man. You just speaking the truth. Preach on, my brother. Preach on. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, y'all trust that brother. Like I couldn't do it.
See, this is what it is. Like, and I understand why the Eagles fan base is that way with Howie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's just like Howie. He had to learn his position too. Yeah, we missed on a lot of first round picks. From Rager to JJ in the second round. But we've also hit on some too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've hit on some, and I think this last year's draft and this year's draft, we actually had some nice people. We picked up some nice people. I don't know if it's just the fact that we have a new coaching staff, so they have different people telling them who to get, or he's actually developing as a GM and understanding it. He kind of put himself in the hole that Super Bowl year, making all those moves to try to get these veteran players on the team to win the Super Bowl. It worked. It worked now, so you can't hate on him for that. But at the same time, it put us in debt. It put us, behind the 8 ball when it came to the next season and next year after re-signing Carson, that big contract. And he wasn't the same ever since the Super Bowl year. I think he wasn't strong enough. He wasn't mentally enough able to stick around, and everybody getting mad. Oh, we drafted Jalen Hurst, and now Carson's mad. I'm like, well, hello. We were paying our backup quarterback $15 million, $10 million a year, you know what I'm saying, to be a backup because Carson was on this rookie contract. Once we gave him that money, you should have known that was going to happen. He's going to draft another quarterback. That's a smart business move. You know what I'm saying? You have to, if you're giving out more money in the one area, you got to make up for that. You couldn't gave Carson $30 million a year, then turn around and gave, another backup quarterback $10, $15 million a year. Then the team won't be, that's why teams don't have, full complete teams when you got these veteran quarterbacks making all that money. There are always holes that you need to fill because too much money is going to one position. So I understood the situation. Jalen was a second round pick. It wasn't like he was a starter, top 10 pick, you know what I'm saying? He's a second round pick. I think was great value and it was cost effective. Now we got to look forward to you use this money the right way. Don't go out there and draft another first round quarterback. Don't go out there and draft one of the top flight quarterbacks just because Jalen is on that contract. You build everything else around the team. And then if Jalen's the missing link at the end that is costing us from winning that Super Bowl or, going deep into the playoff, then you replace him, year 3, year 4. But until then, take advantage of this situation. We haven't had this kind of cap. We haven't had this many draft picks in a long time. Take advantage of this situation to make the overall team better. Because you can win with a good quarterback, not a elite quarterback. You can win with just a good quarterback. And I think, if you make that team a little bit better, Jalen can even be elite one day, moving forward.
Yeah, I hear you right there because and my big thing with Jalen is when he came in there for Carson, my thing is Carson wasn't going to work in Philadelphia because y'all too tough. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Y'all I started to realize these about some of these quarterbacks. Indianapolis in the middle of nowhere is more Carson speed.
Yes.
I think that's why you're seeing that. Because at the end of the day, we forget that these guys aren't just these Madden players. They're actually dudes, right? Some of them hate Tammy in accounting. Like we hate Tammy in accounting. Some people hate Johnny, the maintenance man, because he parks in everybody's spot when he shouldn't. So I'm just saying, I think he's a little bit, he could have been like Eli, right? But Eli was a special case. Old country boy, didn't give a damn about what anybody said. Carson, very, it just seemed like he was a little too soft.
Sensitive, yes. Yeah, and it's kind of even affecting a guy like Jalen Reagor right now. Everybody's wondering what's going on with Reagor. It's like, he done deleted his Facebook page, his 2 social media pages. He done been back on them, deleting them, and been back on them. It's like the pressures of playing when you got a city that wants to win. They don't really care if either the bench warmer that came in and relieved the player or you're the starter. You know what I'm saying? They just want the team to win, and we are hard on our players. We do want to respect the best from them. But at the same time, you got to be patient with some of these guys. But don't let that media hype. That's why I like Jalen Hurst, too. He's a leader. He doesn't let any of that outside noise affect him. He's just like, whatever, I messed up. Good job, whatever. I'm going to work hard and try to figure it out, type of guy. As opposed to, Carson really took a lot of that stuff personally. Reagor takes a lot of it personally, and you see it come out in the game. Everybody knows football's, 90% mental, 10% skill. Everybody in the NFL can play football. You know what I'm saying? Period. From the worst player on every team, you were good because you wouldn't got drafted. You wouldn't have been in the NFL if you wasn't good. It's just how do you handle the mental side of football is what I think a lot of people struggle with. And then these guys, some teams, like you said, Philly is definitely hardcore on their players. So, yeah, maybe if Reagor was on a team like, the coach, for instance, he might be breakout player. You see a lot of players leave Philly and go to other teams and ball out. You know what I'm saying? Look at what's his name? Douglas. Rasul Douglas
Right.
over there in Green Bay. This fool's making plays every week, and we thought
Mm-hmm.
he was too slow and he couldn't cover nobody. He's making plays over there. You know what I'm saying? Like being a game hero and stuff. You know, Sidney Jones left and did better other places. You know what I'm saying? I can go and list. You know, linemen that left here and played better football at other places. You know, Villanueva with the Steelers for all those years. You know, I know they just released them this year, but dang, that was like 6 years after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And even yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Yeah. I mean, even in our own series, Jeremiah Trotter,
Mm-hmm.
we thought he was
Deshaun Jackson came back and torched us twice.
Yeah. I mean, I think of it. You think of these guys in our own series that are like Jeremiah Trotter. We had him for 02 and 03, and the guy was like, Andy Reid was like, heck, we're gonna do next year in the Super Bowl, right? Was that elite talent for that he was that high level guy that got paid by the Redskins, and he started playing a lot better under back in that system with old Jim Johnson and everything, right? Mm-hmm. And like Deshaun Jackson, he's just like that dude. No matter how old he gets, he just plug and play wherever he goes.
He just torched the Cowboys the other week.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, damn, he still
crazy.
got it.
He do.
I
kept
wanted
on the
him back,
sideline
to be honest. When he was a free agent,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, go get him back. Let him retire at home. He don't need to be our starter. He can just come in when we need him. You know what I'm saying? We need a deep ball. Hey, D-Jax, you ready? Go ahead and catch one of these, you know?
Just run the go route.
Yeah, whenever he was healthy, he had like 200 yards off of 3 catches. Like, who doesn't want that receiver on your team, you know? But no one really wanted him back, you know what I'm saying? I think he'll retire back here one day. He said, so that Giants game, why force it to regular? Because he still is a number 1 draft pick. You still gotta, if you started on the NFL team, a quarterback shouldn't have to go, oh, well, I can't throw you the ball, or I can't throw you the ball. You gotta be able to throw to all your targets on the field. Both of those plays, he was wide open. He should have caught the ball both times. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, I don't blame that on Hurst or anybody else. The right play call was called. Hurst executed the play perfectly. Rager just didn't come up for it. Now, I didn't like the fact that Rager was like, it's just 2 drops. I didn't like that in the press conference. Like, hey, you got to take responsibility and own up to your mess. Don't be trying to play it off like it was garbage. You could have won us the game even though we had a bad game, you know? No one would have been talking about Jalen Hurst's 3 interception game, worst game of his career, if you come down with that, you know? And that's another thing I was telling you about earlier. It's like, you know, we got missed plays, you know, plays that weren't made. Even in that game, the 2 for Rager, you also can look at the one he threw to Ward in the touchdown, you know, and Ward dropped it. You know, like these are drop balls left and right. And that's always kind of been a big issue with Eagle receivers. You know what I'm saying? No matter how good. So we haven't had consistently good receivers that caught everything around them since Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin played together. You know what I'm saying? And that's a while ago. You know, Jeremy been gone for a minute. You know, so it's like we've always still been looking for it. And guys like Ward get their name all blown up. Everybody loved the guys like Ward, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Ward, you know, he has missed every opportunity possible this year. He hasn't caught nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's getting penalties, you know? So it's like at the same time, you got, hey, you know, go to your star players, stick to your star players, and they just need to make the play, you know, at the end of the day.
Yeah, and we're still looking for that. Y'all remind me so much of wide receivers with like the Ravens, right? They always seem like they had to go out and find a wide receiver, and they still seem like they never can put it together. Even when they won the Super Bowl in a couple of years, they had to go out and get Anquan Bolden somewhere, and Torrey Smith, who was there with you guys. I mean, nothing was scary about him. He's just efficient. That was about it. He's like, oh, this guy's a problem. No. Deshaun Jackson really the only guy you can think of in that situation. I see my boy Big Simple up in here.
I just did a live with Big Simple earlier
Big
today,
Simple,
man.
that's my boy. That's my boy.
It was
Big
lit.
Simple.
We cool for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what as the receiver, I feel like no matter what, a quarterback should always be able to throw it to you.
Right.
That's all you get paid to do. Like I said before, everything else you do besides catch the ball is extra. You know, you can pass block, that's extra. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? You can freaking run block, that's extra. Whatever you do extra is extra. All you get paid to do when you hit the NFL level is catch that ball. You know? Run that route, catch the ball. If you can't do those 2 things, there's really a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these receivers just, I don't know how they get mentally blocked or whatnot, where they're dropping all these balls or whatnot, but they need to get together, and that's the one thing for sure. Like, I'm almost on board of just saying, go ahead and draft another first round receiver next year. You know what I'm saying? Do it again, 3 years in a row. First round picks. Why not? Until you get it right, keep going. We got 3 picks.
I hear that, Detroit.
I hear that,
Detroit. I hear that, Carlo. Oh God, Mike Williams and Roy Williams and God, Charles Rogers. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Y'all keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. I'll sit here and eat my popcorn. I'll just be like, okay.
But you see, they also have gotten some good receivers. Megatron, one of the best receivers ever.
How long that take them, though? How long it take them to Megatron after that?
You're right.
Just
because you're a first round pick don't make you go. Like, people act like all the first round picks are, star players in the NFL. If you really think about it, every single year, like, really, out of the 32 first round picks that's drafted, you might get 10 that are like elite players on the team that turn out to be elite players. You know what I'm saying? The rest of those guys end up being all right or sucking, a bust, straight up. So it's like, you're going to hit on some, you're going to miss on some. That's just law of averages. But Howie definitely missed on something big. He took some big swings that were horrible. Even Jalen Reagor pick, that draft pick, I was looking for someone better. But, we got Jalen Reagor. So I watched his highlights. I'm like, okay, this guy can produce if you get him in the right situation. And that's another thing. Coaches need to learn how to put these guys in the right situation to succeed. When you see that Lions game we played, right? Jalen Reagor's doing those jet sweeps, things like that. We were moving the ball with Jalen. Jalen was like, boom, 12 yards, almost scored a touchdown. We ended up scoring on that drive. And then he got hurt, But that is the mode, the Deebo Samuel type role. That's his role. He's not a starting outside receiver. For one, he's not tall. He's stocky and fast. You got to use these guys in the right. Just because he's the first round pick don't mean you got to throw him out there. Be this, starting on the outside type of receiver. That's not what he do. He's not going to get it. I don't think personally. He's not, if that's where you're going to keep him on your team, you might as well get rid of him. You start out right. They started talking about that earlier in the offseason, talking about we're going to move him in the slot. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be our slot receiver. Quez and Devontae are going to be on the outside. And I thought that was brilliant. But as soon as the season started, guess where Reagor was? Starting receiver on the outside. They take too much pride in that first round pick. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he has to play on the outside to justify the first round pick. No, man. He just got to be a good football player on your team no matter where you put him.
Yeah. I mean, we see that now, like with Cam Sims. Cam Sims, number 11 for us, who had that hellacious catch on the biggest fraud. The biggest fraud in the NFL right now, and Trayvon Diggs. So, I mean, but the reason why he doesn't play is because he's undrafted. I mean, who gives a rat's? But if he's not playing, I mean, if he's not if he's an undrafted pick, if he can go out there and ball, put him out there and ball. You're trying to win games. You're trying to prove a point,
right?
You can do. Guess what? You can do both, but one supersedes the rest at the end of the day. That's kind of like what Mike McCarthy did, right? He proved a point and he won a game. So,
and even to your point right now, just saying, if you want to look at that point towards Howie, like, he missed on a lot of first round picks,
true,
and maybe some second round picks. But guess what? We got a lot of third and fourth round picks that ball out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're gonna hit and miss throughout that whole draft process. Everybody just gotta calm down. Like I said, do I fully trust him on doing the right things with the draft, the 3 draft picks? But he earned them. He earned those. He made those trades. Everybody was sitting at that draft like, whoa, what are you doing, Howie? When you traded out of 6, and then you trade back to 13. Like, everybody like, really, what are you doing? Then you trade back up and you get freaking Devontae Smith and another first round pick. Like, okay, now you're working. Everybody's happy with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, our fan base is really impatient, man. They're definitely really, really impatient.
Tell me about that.
Even now, after you guys' game, you hear everybody out there claiming, we should have got Parsons. We should have got Parsons. Yeah, man, Michael Parsons, I'm going to be the first to tell you. I believe he's a straight beast. And I wasn't even that high on him. I knew he was going to be good, but did I think he's going to be this good? No, not really. But he is. And, we didn't get him. So, at the end of the day, we still got a good receiver. We're about to get a receiver that could be our first 1,000-yard receiver in a long time. Zach Ertz is usually our head receiver of our team every single year. So the fact that there's a receiver there now is, everybody should be really stoked about that one. That we actually got to put a guy that's in the receiver position that's leading our team in receptions and yardage. So, and he still has a chance, like I said, to get that 1,000-yard mark. So, Devontae Smith, and then Devontae Smith and another first-round pick next year.
Lord have mercy.
That's a good move.
Y'all. I mean, y'all got the potential, man. And we sit here and rest on our laurels and anything like that. I mean, shoot, yeah, y'all be back. Y'all be back on top, and everybody else be at the bottom. We be scratching up there.
Yeah, man. Well, let's talk about this game here, man. What do you think? What do you think are the keys to victory for you guys? What do you guys have to do to bounce back from that game and beat the Eagles? I know you guys got a lot of injuries, and we're actually getting healthier coming out of the bye. So what do you think needs to happen for the Washington team to come out there and get that W?
Who the hell put y'all's bye at this late in the year? Like, what is this? Like, what is this? And then they put our schedule. They give us 2 teams that played on Thursday in consecutive week, and then we got to deal with y'all on a clean week. I need introductory press conference, Nick Sirianni. That's what I need. I need that, first of all. But in all seriousness, we got to reestablish the run. It's going to be one in the trenches. We got to be accountable for y'all's boy number 91, right? Because he always seems like he makes some havoc. Fletcher does. No matter if it's off or on, he always seems to do that. I think defensively, got to establish pressure. We cannot make Jalen Hurts comfortable. I'd rather him beat me with his legs than his arm, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I think that we can do that. Y'all have a good chance to exploit our corners. I call William Jackson III, number 23. He was our top free agent pickup on defense, it seems like. And I call him PI, and it's not for private investigators, so pass interference every time. I mean, William 3-6 is terrible. Kendall Fuller, I don't know why he's still on the outside. We had a young man that we drafted.
He didn't do that bad last game at the end of that game. He's holding up.
He was holding up.
Like all the rest of the Fullers, though, they good. They ain't great or elite or nothing, but they all good in the league. You know what I'm saying? They all starting.
It's a Virginia Tech boys. That's all it is. They still on Mike Vick's tail coats. That's all. Even though they played on defensive side of the ball, but we got to establish the run. I think that's key, and we got to get people back. Good news for you all. It looks like we'll probably be without Jonathan Allen.
Yes.
He went on the COVID-19 list.
No Allen, no Chase.
Yeah, no Chase. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be too worried about Chase. Anyway, like into your earlier point, people are the hindsight's 2020, right? I have people that said, "Well, I would have drafted Justin Herbert instead of Chase Young last draft." I said, "No, you wouldn't." I said, "Nobody would have done that." I said, "Stop." I said, "Shut up." Unless you were at Oregon, nobody would have did that. So stop. You're embarrassing yourself. But I think if we can get now, we've got 3 defensive ends in COVID: Montez Sweat, James Smith-Williams, Casey Toohill. Thought we were going to get Montez Sweat back for this Dallas game. That was to no avail there. But man, we got to. I mean, this we got to have. We got to have this game. I know y'all got to have it too. But because this is for seed really right now. In the last 4 games, and they did y'all favors.
Mad San Francisco won that game.
Me, you and me both, bro.
What the heck's going on?
Damn, Bengals.
And then what was the other one on the Minnesota won their game? Mm-hmm. I was like, man, y'all are not doing us no favors, not trying to give us no freaking wiggle room at all. We gotta be perfect down the stretch, and all of this division games. You know how division games go, man. Like it can go either way in a division game. Doesn't matter what the record is, no matter what time, how anybody playing. Cause that Sunday is always just rough, man. Before we get back in, you just said something about Chase, man. Because I was on the boat all last year saying that is not a generational talent. Do you think that he's a generational talent? When I seen our backup players, we were on by the time we played you guys, we were on like 3rd and 4th string linemen, you know what I'm saying? Holding him down. He didn't really have no sacks against us like that. I was like, man, he can't be a generational talent when you can't even beat backup players. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your assessment on how Chase plays? And then Ryan Kerrigan had 6.5 sacks for you guys, and he had 7.5. That how it worked out yet last year?
He'll have 2.5 for y'all on Sunday. I think he wants this game, Ryan Kerrigan, and I think if they know what's good for him on the defense side of the ball, Philadelphia, they'll throw him out there, and he'll
He's
wreak
been out
havoc.
there. He hasn't done nothing. Zero. I think he has
Motivation,
like 2 tackles. He played all 13 games, my guy.
Motiv-
13 games.
motivation.
And
Who
I
is
was
he
a big
playing?
guy. I was huge on Ryan coming. I'm like, heck yeah, Ryan knows the NFC East. Ryan's gonna cause havoc on every team, baby. He's not gonna be that
Right.
starter. He's gonna come off the bench and he's gonna light it up. And this dude I sometimes forget that he's even playing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, where's Ryan Kerrigan at? You know, we got rookies making plays. You know what I'm saying? Like rookies that don't even know what they're doing out there making plays, you know? And where's
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Kerrigan at with these sacks? But I do think you do
Mm-hmm.
got something to point. He got something to prove to Washington.
Yep.
So he might come light it up this week.
Yeah, and to your point about Chase, I never really thought we tossed the term generational talent around lightly. I thought what Rashawn Slater did to him last year, in that his senior year in the Big East championship game, I thought that was very telling. Right, not the
Yeah.
Big East, excuse me, the Big Ten. I thought that was
Sunshine
very,
over there in
yeah,
Jacksonville.
yeah,
Him
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
playing it. When he came back and played last year, he was garbage.
yeah,
And no one even said nothing about it. They're like, oh no, first pick of the draft still. I'm like, did you not watch this guy? Like, he
yeah,
ain't did nothing, you know?
yeah.
And you're trying to see it over there in Jacksonville. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's the coaching too, and they need some more talent, but man,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like he's not the generational talent. Everybody said, oh, when he gets on the field, his arm alone's gonna, you know, win some games for Jacksonville. How many games they won? Like 2? 1, 2?
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with Urban Meyer and his granddaughters, or that's who was sitting on his lap during them parties, right? Or the
Yeah.
coaching staff is so terrible, and Marvin Jones is awful. But yeah, I mean, I think we just throw that term out there like that, especially he's coming in succession of the Bosa brothers. Now, I don't deny Chase's talent. I think that Chase needs to refine himself a lot. And I thought they brought in a guy out of Baylor, William Bradley King, who was pretty much like a move master to help teach Chase some of these moves, because he only had really one move. It was go. And he was just, and that's all it was. And it was just a bull rush, right? He didn't swim, sink. He didn't really do those things. He never really pushed the tackle back into the quarterback, and they stood him up too. So I think combination of him being play around, he's a defensive end. He's not a linebacker. He's not this stand-up linebacker. You go just put him in there, the 3 technique to send him out there, go. And I think that's what he needs to do. So I think he's been played wrong a couple of times. I think Montez Sweat has benefited from him being there, because he's the leading sack leader. He had double-digit sacks last year. So I think. But
how do you feel as a whole with 4 first-round draft picks on the starting defensive line? Have they lived up, to the pressure? When you have 4 first-round draft picks on that line, you expect a double-digit sacks from a couple of those guys, don't you?
It depends on what you define as pressure. We've been a mess of an organization for 20 some years, and then recently even more. I think that they proved their potential last season. You look at John Allen, the only man that I've ever seen get paid and play better than before he got paid.
Facts. Like, you on that boat too? When players get paid, Fletcher Cox, a la Fletcher Cox. Yes, exactly. I've been preaching that for a while now.
Yeah, he hasn't done that though. He's played some of his best ball. Deron Payne, I think it's done well at times, but he disappears. His sophomore season, he kind of disappeared. Back in 2019, he's done it a little bit this year, but he did have some moments last year. Chase Young, I think the jury's still out on him. And Montez Sweat, I think he is a problem. I think he can be a problem. But they don't need to.
We both got to sweat.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, y'all do got to sweat too, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, the boys Sweat. They just built different, man. They really are. And he get after. He had a good rookie season, and I think he had a good sophomore season. He had a decent. He was okay this past year, but nothing to write home about and then he got hurt. He messed his jaw up, which I'm like, oh my gosh, Lord.
Yeah.
We've been sucking life out of a straw, and he's been sucking food out of straw for the last 4 weeks. So, it is what it is.
We got a question for you. So, up to this point, which 3 Washington rookies have impressed you the most?
3 Washington rookies that have impressed me the most. My man John Bates, number 87, tight end out, and this is no particular order, tight end out of Boise State. I think he's. Oh God, you know this guy.
Yeah, Ready Red.
Oh, you know Red. Oh God, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Y'all got us, bro. But we'll see y'all on December 26th. Go kiss Jessica for me, bro. But I think John Bates has been impressive. Also, we look at who else do we have on there? I think Sam Cosby, before he got hurt, was very impressive. He's a 2nd-round pick out of Texas, and he proved that he was playing really well at that right tackle spot. Jamin Davis, he has proven that he is he's growing, but he still has a lot to prove for us there. And I think that we need to see a little bit more from him. But I think those top 3 have probably been the ones to ride home about John Bates. I love John Bates and what I'm seeing out of that kid. Benjamin St. Juste would have been one too, but he's been hurt. I thought he would have been a good one if he could have stayed healthy, but now he's on the IR, and I think this is his first trip. He's had some concussion issues.
Yeah, man. Which will be? Give me. Do this for me. Give me 3 players you think deserve more time on your team that's not getting on the field enough, that you think if they got on the field they probably could make that impact, and then 3 players that are on the field all the time that ain't making no impact at all, that need to get less time.
Cam Sims is a big one for me. I think that we see him. He always has a touchdown, a big play, and it seems like a losing effort. Last year against the Giants, he had a big touchdown. This week against Dallas, he had a big touchdown that made people like Ready Red get a little bit worried. Although they had in the comments, so they can't really show they sweat on their brow.
Right? They stopped. Scary Terry got stopped.
Yeah.
That was 0 yards. I was like, what?
High ball Heineke, man. That's what I call him.
Sims comes. Touchdown on him.
Yeah. Who else is it that and I would say, but they already changed it. It would have been Landon Collins for a long time. I think William Bradley, not William Bradley King, but oh gosh, 3 sticks that I just talked about. The other William Jackson III, I think he plays a little too much at times. I think that he's getting burnt, but they didn't want to get any help. They could have went out and got Stephon Gilmore for a Diet Coke, but they didn't want to do that.
I wanted Gilmore too, man. We got freaking Nelson Island, they call him, or whatever. He ain't no island, that's for sure.
Man.
He's kind of suspect. I don't like him that much. But the Eagles fan love him, and he is better than any other corner we did have on the team previously.
Yes.
But I wanted Gilmore. I was huge on Howard. Makes Howie sitting the whole house over for Howard. Get Gilmore in the building. You know what I'm saying? But then I even wanted Richard Sherman. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever. Just go get me Rich. At least he'd be teaching these young guys how to play some football. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You can get double benefit there. He'll be better than everybody else, and then he'll teach these young guys how to play. But we didn't go out and get none of them, man. Like, we stuck our guns with Nelson Island, and this is what we got.
Yeah, and Jared Patterson, the rookie running back, I think he needs to see a little bit more time. He had some nice runs yesterday in relief of fumbling, stumbling, bumbling Antonio Gibson.
But you love Gibson. He's like one of the lead backs in the league.
I do love him, but I mean, if I'm his baby mama, I would not let him hold my child until he's about 5 years old. Because that boy puts everything on the carpet. I mean, the dude would drop a piece of metal if he had magnets for hands. Like that. That's how bad he is.
How many fumbles he got? Why you guys on him like that?
6. He got 6.
This year?
Yeah, he got 6 this year.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. One is too many for me. One is too many.
One
for
is
me.
too many. Like I
Yeah.
knew it was bad when he fumbled that. He knew it. He got mad and he was on the sideline with his jacket on. He's like, I guess I ain't playing the rest of the game.
Yeah, yeah. And then they put him out there in the second damn drive. Like what what are we doing here, people? Like, are you trying to prove a point? Like what point are we trying to prove? And I don't get it. Another guy who I would like to see play a little bit more, DeShazer Everett. Y'all remember DeShazer Everett, don't you? That was still a clean hit on Darren Sproles back in 2017.
Ah, man.
In 2016. But
that was a personal foul.
No. You don't get away with that. Y'all don't get away. Philadelphia don't get away with that mess with y'all with y'all Rocky statue and y'all fighting people, pissing on Santa Claus, throwing snowballs at Santa Claus and everything. And no, y'all don't do that. Y'all don't get away with that. That was a clean hit in the context of Philly. And I love that it happened in the land of brotherly hate. I love it.
Brotherly love. We love over here. We love. Much love to everybody. Everybody over here. We lay the
you
boom
might
too.
be brotherly love, but y'all didn't. Man, shoot. I don't even call it the link. I call it the clink. That's every time I call it. I said to call it the clink every time we go. But no, and I mentioned players that I think I need to see less of. I said William Jackson III, but we don't really got any options outside of that. Antonio Gibson, when he fumbles, the fumbling Antonio Gibson, I need to see less of him. And also wide receiver who we've seen out there in a lot of situations is De'Ami Brown. De'Ami Brown, a draft pick out of North Carolina, thought he was going to be something, thought he was going to be a Blazer. He just hasn't developed. I mean, he has a young wide receivers coach and Drew Terrell, who it's his first time as a position coach in the NFL. He was assistant wide receivers coach last year. Then they moved our wide receivers coach up to a senior offensive assistant or something. Pretty much that tells me is he sucked at developing wide receivers. So we give it to the guy back there.
Do you think he sucks or he's just young at his job?
No, I don't think Drew sucks at his job. I think Jim Hostler sucks at his job, and that's why they moved him to senior offensive assistant. That's my thoughts on that.
And what do you think about old Curtis Samuels over there? Are you guys just not using him right?
Paul Richardson? You called about Paul Richardson. For y'all that don't know, Paul Richardson was a gentleman that wore number 10 for the Washington Redskins, and all he would do is get hurt all the time. 10 is a curse. The number 10 is a curse to Washington. Ever since that damn dude who wrote that damn book, what do y'all call him? Little Nas X, talking about the old... Oh, that's RG3. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, my bad. I forgot about it. Surviving Washington? How about surviving the turf with your broke leg, bro? That's what it is. This is like seriously. That picture of him when he's grasped for the ball against Seattle, it should be like Robert Griffin reaching for the truth. Oh, can't reach it, can't find it. Shut up. 10 is a curse. Paul Richardson had it, and he was a scrub. He stole money from us, and I really think Curtis Samuel got the job on 2 points. He was a former Carolina Panther, and he worked us. Like a lady on the pole. And when we were trying to clinch the playoffs, the penultimate game before we went up there to you all and played. Who the hell is scheduling these games? Why are we finishing this season back to back on the road? I don't.
You know who worked y'all the most though was Albert Hainsworth. That dude worked y'all.
Oh, he's still. Time. Oh, yeah. That fat.
Y'all still owe that nigga money.
That slovenly Jabba the Hutt jackass dude. I mean, I don't hate too many people. I despise Albert Hainsworth with everything in my being. It took me a lot to realize to say that. Like when he was going through his stuff. And, I don't want nothing to happen to nobody. We talk junk all the time. I'd never want anything like when Jim Johnson passed away. It killed me for the Eagles fans because I know what he meant to that organization.
Oh, yeah.
But Albert Hainsworth, Albert Hainsworth, I had to literally sit. I had to go to my prayer corner, and which kind of looks like my liquor closet. But I was just like, Lord, please forgive me. I hope Albert's okay, but I don't really care. That's just how it is.
Hey, please just let us get out of the contract.
Man, did you see you remember when y'all played us on that Monday night? Well, when y'all showed up and we just like we were still celebrating McNabb's contract, and he like literally just laid there. He said, night. Who this new number? Like I bump Albert Hainsworth. I can't stand
that guy. He is funny as hell.
Chump.
He's funny as hell. I love it. So, who do you feel? Let's play some devil's advocate here.
Here we go.
We're gonna start out. Did you already asked you what the Washington football team need to do to beat the Eagles, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, what do you think the Eagles need to do to beat the Washington Redskins this Sunday?
Well, I show up. Show up. Stay healthy. Stay off the COVID list.
Right.
No, I think that if you look at it, you've got to you got to take away the run. Take away the run from Washington, you get a good chance to win. If you get Taylor Heineke, if he starts throwing 30, 40 times a game, you got a good chance to win the ball game. I think on offense, you all how to beat them is run the ball. Run the ball a little bit, play action, get deep on our guys, draw pass interference calls, because we are guaranteed to get one. Like as sure shooting as Merrill Reese is going to lisp on something like, all right, Merrill Reese and Mike Whitman, just
don't be talking about the GOAT Merrill like that, my God.
Dude,
that would have dropped the line wrong, man.
I had to do it. Shout out. Look, hey, you got to be impressed. How many Washington fans would know who y'all's play-by-play guys are on the radio?
Man, that's true.
Hey, man, I respect.
But we already know, all the teams in the East been trying to figure out how we do our thing over here.
Yeah,
they watch every game. They check it in, making sure that they on track with on par with the Eagles. It's gonna be the last one that won that ring, my God.
Yeah. Hey, we had to wait for little brother to finally catch up to us. That's up out here, right? We had them dusty rings, but we got them. No, I'm going to the home game here in a couple of weeks. I imagine I'm going to yell at Merrill and Mike and just say, you guys stink. I did it to Carl Banks and Bob Papa. So it's no hate here. It's just to get them off.
Opportunity,
dude. I will tell you this is the off schedule. So Carl Banks, right? He had these clear brim glasses, like the young ladies wear. I said, Carl, I said the streak ends tonight. Lord, I was holding on to my hat that day, because I was like, oh crap. I was like, Carl, I said, what you doing, man? I said, I said, you're so soft. I said, go give your daughter back her glasses.
Oh,
and then when they won, I said, Carl, bye. Dude, I'm obnoxious. I have fun, but I'm obnoxious at those games, though.
I like it. I like it. Energy's good. That's what you
yes,
need.
Bro.
That's probably why I got all them subscribers over there, man.
No, I just Ready Red just made about 2,000 profiles just so he can troll me.
Is that true, Ready? Is that true?
Hey, man. That's my boy. I can get it. Shoot.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Like, what kind of game you think it's going to be? You think it'll be a high-scoring game, defensive game? You think it's going to be close? What kind of game you think you're going to see this week?
It always seems like we tend to play y'all close. I honestly think that the rivalry between Washington and Philadelphia, even in the sports vibe, is more heated than against New York or even against Dallas in football. I just think that we play a lot of these teams the same way. But I think this is going to be a close game. We always seem to play y'all close, even in the games that we kind of pulled away against. Like we had that 5-game winning streak against y'all. Y'all turned into a 6-game winning streak. Then we swept y'all last year. So I mean, it's always been a
We're about to
close.
return the favor, my
No,
guy.
no, you don't. No, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We gotta return that favor, man.
Tis the season. Tis the season. You don't got to return nothing. Just like gift us a win, please. Again, we need that. I need that just to.
The gift from you guys to us is the broom back to us. You're gonna get to sweep you guys before the holiday season's over.
No. I think it's gonna be a close game.
The courthouse of pride. They didn't put you out of training camp.
They put you. Oh man, they ain't gonna put me. They didn't put you out on. Hey, they love me in training camp. That's that's what it is, man. And you got my boy Rio coming on here too. Shoot, you gonna have a good time. Look, you gonna have a good time this week. You are going to have a hell of a time.
And the best thing about it is we can do it all again in another 2 weeks again. We can get them back going again.
If y'all win, I ain't coming back on here. No, I'm kidding. I'll take my love. I'll be back.
There's a whole nother game. You gotta come back to get that get back on me. Like, yeah, y'all won this one, but guess what? Y'all come
Right.
We'll probably take over there with our bench cheers and everything like that.
Oh man, I love my my Die Eagles Die chant. That's my favorite chant. When y'all see when Dallas loses, I always coined the day after National Where Them Boys Day at. We didn't have it this week, unfortunately for some unknown circumstances.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I sang Die Eagles Die on the road to misery, falling high, falling low. Watch them Eagles die. But I gave you too much there. Hey,
just like them Counters.
It's a love hate. I love to hate on the NFC East, and I think that's just the only way we can make it through this thing called life, right? Like Prince said, we're here to make it through this thing called life. But it's
like really for real for us. Like the NFC East talk about each other, but don't be outside of the NFC East talking about us. And now we gonna pick on each other, but you ain't gonna come talk about us,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like the NFC East is, the only division where everybody got a Super Bowl ring, so everybody else needs to calm down. And yes, we've been in the NFC least for a little bit now, but there's been long stretches where we're the best division in football for years. So it's like people just need to get off that narrative. I hate hearing about the NFC least. I'm like, we're all football teams, okay?
We get tired of hearing about. We get tired of hearing about the body bag game too.
Right? Man. Here. What up, Corey?
What's up, my Washington football team addicts? What's up, boys? That's my boy. Shout out to him, Steve and the boys over there. Phil, Dev. Shout out to Dev. And hey, appreciate you guys coming. Appreciate y'all supporting it. Coming in here.
Y'all hit that like though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. Hit
subscribe
the like
to our guy too.
Subscribe to both places.
That's right.
Eagle fans, go hit my boy up. All links are in the chat for everybody.
That's right.
To go ahead and push the button. We'll wait. Hold on. Okay, we back.
Yeah, man.
So I think, like I said, like it can go either way. Obviously, like you said, division game, it can be a tough close. I thought we were gonna blow out the Giants. And the defense did their job, 13 points. I can't even get mad at my defense, you know what I'm saying? That's good. But in terms of our offense, we definitely didn't do that. What up, One Trey? We definitely didn't do that, and that kind of sucked. So I was kind of sad about that. So this week we get a bye. Everybody's getting healthy. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing for you guys is we might get Brandon Brooks back. When he plays, he is the best right guard in football, but he doesn't play very much. So hopefully he can stay healthy through this practice this week and come out here and play. And
is he physically okay? Is he physically back to? And I'm not making a joke. I'm serious because with Brandon Brooks, it's kind of hit or miss sometimes with him because he has had that history of mental health issues. Yes. Mental health issues. And then I know that he had some injuries too. He's one of my favorite people. Brandon Brooks is one of my favorite people.
Y'all can have him next year for first round.
No. We good. We
good. Give us a first round. You have the best right guard when he plays.
No,
in football.
That's Brandon Sheriff, man. That's Brandon Sheriff. He's the best right guard when he's available.
No, Brooks when he's available.
No, bull
he's
job.
The best.
Show me your all pro. Show me your all pro that you backed into. Bird Gang, show me that all pro. Until then,
Brandon Brooks is an all pro.
Okay.
Lane
Let me
Johnson,
see.
all pro. Kelsey, all pro.
Man, Lane Johnson ain't nothing but all pro jackass. That's all he is.
You don't like Lane?
Hell no.
Hey, we might be able to work out a deal to get you guys Lane too.
No.
I know you guys been missing what's his name? That went over to play for the Niners.
Oh, Trent Williams, we good. We got Charles Leno. No, we ain't missing. No, we ain't crying over no spilled milk. See, like we got fans that cry over spilled milk. I'm sorry. I despise the Philadelphia Eagles and the NFC East compadres so much that it could borderline into the H word. Well, it probably pretty much is the H word, but
I hate that.
Yeah, I do. I despise you. Was like Dave Chappelle and the player haters ball. I hate you. I don't even know you. I hate you too. And I hope the worst things life happen to you on the football.
I don't even care who win this game. I just want people to be hurt. That's it. No. Dallas, go hit Washington. Go hit Dallas. And I want y'all to hit each other to death. And whoever wins the game every all-star player need to be out for the next 3 weeks.
I had a band teacher in high school, big Eagles fan, right? And this is when they created Jerry's Playhouse down there. He said, "Can they just drop that whole thing on all the I know it's like Dallas and the Giants playing. I just hope that big old screen just falls on all of them and they just have the game out, and then it'll be a 2-team race in the NFC East." I said, "Oh God, man!" I was like, "You seen that
tweet of that Washington guy got so mad about that game last week. He saw this big screen TV and broke it.
Hold on, calm down, man. Like that thing. Hold on.
Anger management.
Harriet Tubman was using that TV to navigate the Underground Railroad. Let's be honest with you. And like seriously, right? That thing survived Pearl Harbor.
That was the old TV.
Was marching with Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King.
Party over.
Voted for Ronald Reagan, and then saw Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, and still made it to 2021. Survived COVID and everything, bro. Oh. That TV was gone. That TV was gone anyway. And I was just like, I said, really? I said, that dude didn't have no stones because he wouldn't. He just hit the TV. I said, that cheap TV. He went out to Walmart and got him one of them $400 TVs. He was ready for a new one.
The 70-inch $400 TV from Walmart.
There you go.
Gotta love them. Trey said we all hate the Cowboys. That's a fact.
That's true.
Clap to that one.
That's right.
Tell me this: are you the guy that just hate the team in general, or are you more like the teams? I just hate the fans.
Yes.
Like yes for both.
Yes, for all of the above. Yes, I hate. I despise. Excuse me, because Grandizer is gonna choke me on this one. I do not like heavily Jerry Jones. I despise him. I think he's everything what's wrong with football. I think that he is. I think he is Satan incarnated. I hate Jerry. I do not like Jeffrey Lowry because I think he just seems very smug and pompous. But he seems like you could get a beer with him. He's like that. He's like that dude. He's like the dude that's in your friend group that he's a rich dude in your friend group that's like, oh, well, I got this new iPhone 14 and I just drink these craft beers and everything like that. Like, dude, we got Miller.
Corona? No.
Yeah. Is that a Corona? No. This is like most of it just drank Corona. I need a lime with my Corona. That's what I need right there. That's what Jeff Lowry reminds me of. But he might pick up everybody's tab every once in a while. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't like Philadelphia. Nothing from Philadelphia is good to me. I hate the Flyers. I hate the Phillies. Y'all got my boy Allen Iverson, so I tolerate the 76ers. But he's still a Virginia boy, so I still hate the 76ers and Joel Embiid.
Who do you hate the most? Give me the pecking order. Giants, Eagles, Cowboys. Give me the 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, don't make me choose, man.
Let's do it.
Don't make me choose. I hate all of y'all. There is no. I hate all of y'all. When y'all win, when y'all win, I die a little bit inside. Even when y'all play against each other. I hope y'all all tie when y'all play each other. I hate my life goal. This is how petty I am. They call me Petty C on the local radio station I call into. My goal is to spit on every one of y'all's logos. Like that is my goal. Is to go down to Dallas, spend the money, go on the flight from Tri-Cities in Tennessee, and go to Fort Worth, go to Jerry's Playhouse, spit on midfield. My job is to go to the clink and go and spit on midfield. My job is to go to Ashley Madison or whatever they wanted to call MetLife beforehand. I want to go there, spit on midfield. I can't stand y'all. But if I had to choose, though, at the end of the day, Dallas, of course, because we all hate Dallas. Y'all like 1A, 2. Y'all 1A. I don't give a damn about the Giants. The Giants just like, I mean, they look like oversized Smurfs, right? They can't really get like who hires Judge Judy or Judge Joe Brown? Let's say Judge Joe Judge. Yeah. Who hires Joe Judge? Like, really? And do that to Tom Coughlin? Like, why you gonna do that to Tom Coughlin? The way they did Tom Coughlin was almost as criminal as what they almost did to Andy Reid. But Andy Reid had been there for a long time, and they thought his arteries was about to clog, so that's why they sent him out to barbecue land.
And he's falling out over there.
Yeah, he is, man. But that's Andy though. That's what Andy does, man.
He's a winner. He might have got us over the hump. Mm-hmm. But he got us the reputation. He got us the mindset. He brought the team back to a winning culture. You know, so when he left, it was kind of easy for Dougie P to come in and get that ring. He like cleaned up on it. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Let me take it from here. Boom, and then he drove himself out of here.
Why is Jeff Lowry such a whore for like his ex-wife for like your ex-girl, your ex-wife's sisters? Like, we think about this, right? These guys all came from the Andy Reid coaching tree. He's like, well, let's go out to Indianapolis. Let's pluck a guy. You know, like it was what Doug Peterson, pretty much backup quarterback for Andy Reid, was quarterback coach, offensive coordinator in Kansas City. Come on over here, bro. Come on over here. Yeah.
You guys got an Eagles coach too.
Yeah, and then Sirianni, right? Because Frank Reich was his offensive coordinator, Dougie P's offensive coordinator. So Sirianni right there is like, so I guess we like at the granddaughter now with y'all. Like Sirianni's like the great granddaughter of Andy Reid indirectly. Like, what is it with Jeff? Like, you might as well just kept Andy Reid if you're gonna go down these trails. That's outside looking at. That's outside
Andy
looking at.
Got a good coaching tree. I gotta give him that. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them, from Rivera to Harbaugh to freaking, you know, this guy got a bunch of coaches, you know, doing big things now in the league right now. So I think Andy's a GOAT, you know, right behind Belichick, even though Belichick cheated. So I'm kind of even more on Andy's side than Belichick's, but definitely 1A, 1B. Belichick, you know, Andy Reid, you know, unless you want to go old school and put in a guy like Walsh or something like that.
I hated that Super Bowl. The fact that y'all made me root for the Patriots.
You rooted for the Patriots?
Yeah. I would never root for y'all. I would never root for y'all. I won't. No.
How about this? No. If it came down to week 17 and you needed the Eagles to beat the Cowboys to go to the playoffs, would you root for us then?
I root for a tie.
The tie doesn't get you in.
I make a deal with the devil then. I ain't rooting for y'all. I will sit there begrudgingly and say, yeah, there you go. Good job. Yep. Okay, good. Let's go. Yep. Okay, good job. Y'all won't do that to us, though. See, but y'all already did it. Y'all gave me a chance to root for y'all last year. Well, y'all pulled out Jalen Hurst.
Exactly. So you should have nothing but love for us.
No love.
When the last time y'all won a division title before last year?
Is that relevant?
It is very relevant. I think you guys need to be a little bit more grateful for us picking you guys up with that banner over there in Washington.
That's not relevant. Like, what? Just like, why are we going there? That ain't relevant.
You should cheer for us. We should be the least hated out of the three teams. It should be Dallas, Giants, and Philadelphia. Since we gave you guys a peace offering last year.
I mean, like, I feel bad for people from New York because they're a bunch of they're douches anyway for the most part, and like, you know, like you just feel like they claim they're in the most powerful city in the world, but we know what it is. It's the nation's capital, right? Y'all are where freedom was born in Philadelphia, right? Everything's bigger in Texas, right? And then the Giants are like, oh yeah, look at us. We just gonna get a whole bunch of people on this piece of swampland, and we're gonna call it the greatest city in the world. Stop. Yeah. I can't.
They're not even good enough to have their own stadium.
Exactly.
They got
they got share, and then the football team. Yeah, and the football team. Well, I can't really talk because my football team don't play in the same state today, and so let me shut up on that one. But
you got to play in what, Virginia?
We playing. So this is the most effed up thing in the world. The fact that our facilities are in Northern Virginia, so they're in Ashburn, Virginia. We represent the nation's capital. We play in Maryland. Yep, all 3 stars.
Wow.
Yeah.
They hate us because come to their stadium and take over every year, right? But we take over a lot of people's stadium.
Like, let me address this because I saw this earlier. The fact that I don't make excuses for this team. I try not to, but they got a lot to win back with fans. Especially people don't like Dan Snyder. Nobody has said I don't even think Dan's mama said anything good about him. Tanya hasn't said nothing about him, good about him. I met Tanya. I said, "What's up with Dan?" She's like, "Oh, I can't hear you over my mask." But I'm like, at the end of the day, it don't matter. We always gonna get outflanked. Washington's a transient city for the most part. We got a lot of people that travel in and out. Philadelphia is just right down the road. My biggest thing is too that fans. We had more fans that lived in the area that went out to Vegas than went to this game Sunday. Maybe they lost their ass out in Vegas. I don't know. Got too drunk. They still trying to hitchhike their way back in the desert. They probably somewhere in Nashville, Tennessee right now. So I don't know. But I mean, tell me something I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. I know we're gonna take up. Like I know it's gonna be a problem.
You think it's because they don't like Snyder?
Yeah. Oh, I know it's definitely that they don't like Snyder. It is definitely the fact that they don't like Snyder. 2, then you got the very stringent crowd that hates the fact that they're changing the name, which they agree with Dan Snyder on. So it's like very complicated that you agree that you're like dealing with the devil in this situation. So
I understand how it wasn't a problem for all these years, and all of a sudden it's a problem.
I mean, it's always been a problem. I think that I think he got Joe Gibbs in here to get people rallied around him, right? That flare wore off after about Jim Zorn's time there, right? Then you bring in Mike Shanahan, a little more electric. We brought in your boy McNabb, right? Wins a couple of games early on, then they kind of sputter. He had the John Beck saga. RG3 came in. That's when this franchise base was very re-energized. And then RG3 just found out he was just a dud. And really, the team is kind of found this way. You had Jay Gruden smoking dope and sleeping with the same woman a player was sleeping with. They said that could have been a reason why Alex Smith broke his leg, because the guy who was a better pass blocker and he didn't check in on. I don't know, coulda, shoulda, woulda, in that situation. Hindsight 2020. I went to the last game as the Washington Redskins at home at FedEx Field, and it was a lot of Giants fans. It looked like a college football game because there were more Giants fans behind their bench and everything like that. So when I went to the Giants game on Thursday night this year, it was still the lower bowl was rocking, but other than that, nobody don't give a damn. And it could be that you're out in the outskirts, right? And if you're a working town like
I
DC,
can't get a good ticket for cheap.
No, you can't. I don't know. You can't. Don't come. Don't sell no tickets to Bird Gang. We don't need them. You stay up in Philly. Don't. You probably.
Yeah, I come up there.
Bro.
My 31 jersey on. Hey, what's
Hey,
up, Washington?
hey, did I say I reckon? You're Mrs. Bird Gang like the I reckon. I'm from the country, man.
Hey, we in the South right now, so you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. We in Alabama, so we know about them country folks.
Okay, all right, yeah. I ain't too far from about 12 hours up the road
You know,
in the tip of Virginia, the nose end of it. So
there's a lot of hate going on in DC.
yeah, you're right. Hate is such a strong word, though. Oh man, nah, but no.
Man, that's funny.
Hey,
That's
I
funny.
can't hate on you. You're a good Eagles fan, bro. You're a good Eagles fan. So I can't hate on you too much.
That's what I do. I come off, cool. So I don't get all the, even like when I get other fans, they might talk about the Eagles, but we usually pretty cool. And that's why I say all fans welcome on BIRDGANG Nation Sports Talk. You know what I'm saying? I invite all you guys in.
Hospitality. It's Southern hospitality. Yes, it is. That's all it is. Southern
It's in
hospitality.
hospitality. Yeah,
Yeah, Southern
I got my
hospitality.
moderators and inviting you in. How you doing? Everything's blessed, Well, make sure you put something in the offering.
That's right. Yeah, roll. And don't put too much up in the offering. You got to pay for them tickets, bro.
How much? Like, you think you get a good deal? You think you get a good deal on tickets there? Like, if we were to go, since everybody's taking over, that's the reason why everybody's just selling their tickets for the low.
Talk to Rio. Talk to Rio. He can get you. Rio's the fan ambassador, so he can get you a good deal. So you got to talk to him about that. I ain't got that pool like that. So.
I have to talk to Rio when we get him on. What, he come on tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, he on. I saw he was coming on, so I said you definitely got to get him. You got to talk to him about it and tell him I told you. See what he says.
I'm like, hey Rio, I heard you the guy, my guy.
Yeah. Said Corey said you could give him the hookup. They're like, yes, sir. I said I call him Mr. Robinson. I call him the good ambassador Robinson. So
everyone trade like you should have had him on Birds of Broad Street. Yeah, I know Big Simple was on there. He brought a Protect. I should have got you on there. But hey, I saved him for my show. Okay, no, I can't give y'all everybody. No,
yeah.
But what you can do, if you get some free time on one of these other network shows this week, you can stop by one of them too as well, man. Like I said, all week long we try to get as many, and plus we still got next Birds of Broad Street when we play Washington in 2 weeks. So you can.
I told y'all if y'all win,
here's your invite.
Back. I ain't coming back.
For Birds of Broad Street. Go find you. Listen, you got 2 weeks right now to go get you 3 other content creators. So if you know Big Simple, we can bring him back on. Protect was on. If you want to go get anybody up, the Addicts, whatever, we'll get you 3 other Washington content. Because there's 4 of us over there. You know, me, one Trey, Philly Notion, and Cool Cat Connor. So there's 4 of us. And today it was Big Simple and Protect, and it was kind of like 4-on-2. So by next game, get you 3 others. And we'll lock it in now. Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern, Birds of Broad Street, the best Monday show on YouTube.
Hey, I tell you what. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'll take on all 3 of y'all. I got to get ready for Fed. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, come on, man. We can do it. Like I can do it. Don't let I say it with my chest. Hey, don't let the high pitched country accent fool you, man. I can hold my own there. I can play the dozens if I need to. So hey, we can go. Like it'll get me prepped when I go up to FedEx Field because I know I'm at the like fry up some Eagles fans anyway, because it's gonna be like 80 of them probably surrounded. It's gonna be like looking like a damn hornet's nest from the clink. So it is what it is, but
So this week's Birds Broad, it's always the week before, so it'll be the Monday right after next week's game.
Crap! Is that the 27th? Is that the 27th?
What's next Monday? Because this week we play you guys. Then Monday's gonna be this next Monday is gonna be for the Giants game. So it'll be the next one. That's right next to Christmas too.
Look, I'm getting bold
right
on
after
you, man.
Christmas.
I'm getting bold on you right now. But I just realized something. I have to work. We got a basketball tournament on that Monday. So
man, what time is that?
It's all day from
Time out, coach. I'm gonna go over here for a second in the quarter. I'm lying. Yeah, like I said, we gonna whoop you.
Shoot,
all right,
man.
well, if you can work it out, like I said, if you can work it out. If not, we definitely get you on another one of the network shows for show, man.
Yeah,
man,
absolutely,
man. We like it. And if you like I said, do you do a pregame show or whatnot?
I do. They call it Warpath Wednesday. We usually preview the game, and I mean, hey, if you ain't look, if you free Wednesday, you more than welcome to come on. If you got the I know
what time is it at? Because I work until.
What time you work?
Like until 6, 5, 6, between 5 and 6 Eastern Standard Time. I'm on Central Standard Time.
Okay,
and I know I got one show Wednesday, but I think that show's at 7. So,
look, if we say 8:30 on Wednesday, can you do it?
Let me see.
Check it. See, we gonna get that. Look, we lock.
Hold on 1 second. If I go out, I'm coming right back. Hold on.
All right, y'all, we're gonna lock it in. Whoa, we taking over. Washington football team. Hail to the W. Shout out to my boy Polly. Hail to the W. We taking over.
Oh no! Don't be waving flags around here, Corey. I tell you, I'll be right back. You already. We got the party. I can't even see right now. Hold on, let me see. I can do it like this. Actually, let me see. What time is that one? That's the 15th.
Yes, sir.
So I got a show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. Can you do a set? You say you get off.
I really get off at 4 Central Standard, so that's 5 Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So I'll be about home about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's why I always say 6, but between 5:36 I'll be home. So
5:36. Can we do 7? Can you do 7 on It's 7 to Eastern Time?
We can do 7 Eastern Time for about for like 50 minutes.
50 minutes? We can get it done. 50 minutes. So we're gonna do
or if you can
Warpath Wednesday.
Do you have a show before that? Are you going back to back?
No, I just do one. I just do Warpath Wednesday preview. And I put you on
that then. Yeah. Why don't you just make it like 6:45 or something?
We'll do 6:45 then. How about we do 6:40?
We can do a full hour in that.
That sounds good. Well, we good. We get it. Good. I'll send you the links and everything, and we're gonna continue this conversation.
Oh, yeah, we are, man. Yeah, we are. Now let's get our score prediction, and then we'll end the show with my favorite part, the all-time team. But we're gonna go score prediction first. What do you think the score prediction is going to be this Sunday?
I think it will be very close, very ugly. I do think that my team will bounce back. COVID God's willing. I say 23-17 Washington football team.
Oh, wow. Look at one Trey. What about me? Hey, Trey. Trey. You want to come on, too? You know what you're saying? He's like, I want to end on it. I'm not as nice as you on the score prediction.
That's fine.
Because I feel like this is our get right game, because not only you guys getting us off of getting torched by the Giants, but you're also getting us healthy off of a bye. And I'm praying that Nick understands that we have to win a division game, and he comes with his best A game. I'm saying 35. I said 35-10 earlier, but I'm going to change it for some respect because I like you. 35-17.
No, don't back then. You said 35-10. You said 35-10. That's exactly what you said. Don't do it. So you going to over too, huh? Okay, I got you. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Okay.
It's not personal, my guy. It's suspended. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Hey, my boy said, how did you become a Washington football team fan? And who's the top Washington? Well, you're not going to tell him that part because he's about to get his all-time teammate. Grant, hold off before that one. So you can answer 2 of the 3 questions because we're going to answer the other one once you get into the all-time team. But how'd you become an Washington football team fan, and how many jerseys do you own?
This is family. We're from Northern Virginia. I'm originally from Prince William County, about 40 minutes outside of Washington, D.C. So that was everything that came on. back in the day. And you know, my granddad was a big fan. My mom is a huge fan. She says that I'm a bigger fan than she is now because of what I do and how many times she has to tell me to stop cussing when I'm on the phone with her. So yeah. So it's kind of a game we play sometimes. Like if I really don't want to talk, I said, "Mom, can you believe these?" She's like, "Course." I said, "Mom, I love you, but you know, I can't do this right now." But
I'm
Jersey,
grown, Mom.
yeah. I was like, you know, and all out of respect for Mom Dukes, right? Like, you know, it's still respect. You know, I raised in the church, but you know, people like my deacons used to drink on the back porch and smoke on Saturdays, and they get right and pray 20 minutes during the day. Anyway, the jerseys, I'm a Washington football team fan. I don't like jerseys unless players have been established there. I do have a Santana Moss jersey. I have a not Clinton Porter, Darryl Green, Doug Williams, Sean Taylor, of course. I just don't believe in wearing jerseys like that. I would buy a Ryan Kerrigan jersey. You know, if I could
You get an
get
Eagle
one,
Green one, my guy.
No. I don't. I got enough toilet paper. I don't need expensive toilet paper, bro.
You say you want the Kerrigan jersey, you might as well get the most recent one.
No, I need the long-standing one. That's what I need.
Hey, this is gonna be a limited edition, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't know if we're gonna re-sign him again. So, you know, this would be a 1-year jersey. Only happened once in a team like the Eagles, man. I can see that looking nice in your closet.
Yeah, I'll get you a burgundy and gold McNabb jersey too, and we'll see if you wear that. Okay.
You might as well throw in a D-Jack jersey too while you at it.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. D-Jack, I got Jeremiah Trotter, was only good for 2 years. We can find stuff for you now. Brian Mitchell. How about
Mitchell?
This? Brian Mitchell, James Thrash, we could do that too.
We can do some jersey swaps.
Okay, yeah, we can. Hell, I think we had Todd Pinkston on our he was on the team for like a hot minute back in I think it was Pinks. I think Old Alligator was on our training camp right back in like 06, 07 or something like that. Double check me on that.
Oh man, you can keep all them jerseys. I'm just joking. I cannot ever wear another jersey.
I heard it.
I only did it once. I will say I remember we went to a Raiders game way back when I was young, and they was like, "You gotta wear a Raiders jersey." And they weren't playing the Eagles; they were playing at the Chargers that day. It was just a game. We got free tickets to. He's like, "We don't want no trouble. You just wear the Raiders jersey." And I was like, "Man, the Raiders ain't nothing, man." But I seen what they were doing in the parking lot. I was like, "Let me see that jersey."
Yeah,
let me put that on for a second. That's when they went to Oakland, my guy. You know, and they were doing let me see that jersey, my guy. Hold on. The Raiders!
The Raiders. Oh my God, those idiot fans. The homeless Raiders. Where they at now? Las Vegas. They were in. I heard they were going to move to Mobile for a little bit, and then they were going to be in Butte, Montana, or something like that. They've been everywhere. I call them the nomadic Raiders right now because they keep on traveling.
They confused.
That's true.
All right, man. So now we hit the list, man. This is your list, man. Don't worry about anybody in the chat. Don't worry about knowing. This is your list for you being a Washington football team fan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can have bench warmers. If you like them, you like them. Whatever the case is. So who would be your all-time Reds or Washington football team quarterback, and who would be backing them up? And now, even the backup, they can be good players too. That's just your second favorite. But I just say, backing them up.
So we talking all time throughout since 1932, right?
No, all time since you watched like anybody. So if you watch old player highlights of old players, you like them, you can put them on the list.
Okay,
but it's just like this is your personal list of players.
I mean, I know what Sammy Ball was to the forward passing, but I'm not going to give it to him that day. He's probably the best quarterback record, but I'd go with Sonny Jurgensen, number 9. Set a lot of records. He former Eagle as well too, right? Traded him on April Fool's Day. I like Sonny Jurgensen. And who would I have backing him up? I would say I'll go with somebody from my recent memory who I thought was he had led Washington to their last playoff last division champion, not division championship, but hell, screw that. Anyway, had the last winning record before Alex Smith did. And Tony Banks did before that. I think Brad Johnson would have been a good backup there. I'm not doing no Cousins, but I could. He could be the holder on my kickers.
You don't want to get RG3?
No, I'm good.
Patrick Ramsey.
We a problem. We still should have beat y'all in 03 when we came back in again. We still should beat y'all at damn 2-point conversion that Spurs sent them out to do. See, I don't forget this stuff, man. Yeah.
He said it was gonna be. What
it probably. It'd be Jurgensen. Jurgensen, Sammy Ball. That's what I'll do. Jurgensen and Sammy Ball.
Oh yeah, no Mark Ripken.
All right.
Wiseman.
See, that's the greatest thing about Joe Gibbs, though, man. Like, none of these guys are like Hall of Fame quality quarterback. George. That's a joke. That's a joke. I want to know who's behind. I want to know who's behind the 8 ball tonight. Is that Steve? Steve, Phil. Yeah, that's one of them two. That's one of them two guys. Hey, that's a shame. They should be like. They shouldn't be doing that. It can't be anyone on this list before he was. Can it be before I was born? I mean, I can give you a list after I was born. So
no, it can be either. Like I said, if you watch highlights of the guys,
I've seen highlights of them. So
yeah, you like them, you can use those guys. Don't listen to Grant.
Okay,
but okay. So you got those 2 quarterbacks. Give me 3 running backs.
3 running backs. The Diesel. Gotta have the Diesel. John Riggins, double fours. Gotta have him. Another running back that we could do damage with, Stephen Davis. I love Stephen 48, big 48. That's the guy I remember in recent memory. And then because this is what he was on the roster, and I have a theme here too. Number 30. And he was a kickoff specialist too. Brian Mitchell. Give him a double
CP?
up. I'm not a big Clinton Portis fan.
What?
I've never been a Clinton Portis fan. Clinton Portis could be on there for me, but I'm not a CP fan. I respect CP, but I just don't like. There's some things during that time he was there that just kind of got on me. Biner is a good one too, but I like Davis, Riggins.
Do you know any fullbacks?
Fullback Mike Sellers. Yeah, Mike Sellers. Right. Mike Sellers, probably him and Darrell Young, probably 2 of the best fullbacks that I remember in recent memory for me. So,
okay, give me 2 tight ends.
2 tight ends. Let's go with. I go with an old school one. I gotta give you 3 because these are the 3 best ones. So just label me: Jerry Smith, Chris Cooley, and Jordan Reed. Ain't even close.
Jordan Reed, Chris Cooley. Oh yeah, Cooley was a beast. And who said the first one was?
Jerry Smith. You gotta look him up. He was really one of the pioneers of that receiving tight end.
Yeah, maybe baby mad saying you don't like Clinton Portis. It's okay, baby. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I like Clinton. I'm mad about Clinton because we had to give up Champ Bailey.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that part for sure. Cause that's definitely another one. Give me 4 receivers.
4 receivers. James Arthur Monk. Yes, James Arthur Monk. Gary Clark, Santana Moss, and let me go with and let's finish out the posse. I'll go Ricky Sanders too.
Nice. You got the old school players. Monk was a beast, man.
Yeah.
I used to like playing with Monk on what was it, Techno Bowl?
Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, Monk got everything on that one. Richie said James Thrash.
Hey, dude, James Thrash, honestly, one of my favorite people, just a good dude. When he came back to Washington, that was a great time. I loved him being there. Don Warren. Don Warren, get the original H-back. Yeah, but I gotta give it to Jerry Smith, man. I have to give it to him.
Who's going to be the Hogs in that starting offensive line?
Good Lord. Trent Williams, I think best. No, I can't give it Trent Williams. Let's go Jim Lachey. Jim Lachey. You got Russ Grimm, Jeff Bostic. Somebody give me a good right guard. Who's a good right guard? I think Riley McKenzie was a good right tackle for our boys. No, George Stark. George Stark was. I like George Stark. He's one of the original Hogs. And right guard. Let's go Brandon Sheriff. Let's just go Brandon because he's an all-pro.
Okay.
And more recent memory there. So
okay, who's gonna be on that starting defensive line? And let me tell you, you gotta do a 4-3 base because I always go. You give me the front four and then 3 linebackers.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, and Dexter Manley was a hell of a defensive end. Charles Mann as well too. Interior linemen, defensive tackles. I'm just really gonna go with the guys that I can remember, because I know we've had a lot of these guys in there, but I will go. We really haven't had that many. God, our defensive tackles have sucked though. Remember we had like Big Daddy? Y'all remember? You remember Big Daddy Dan Wilkinson? We thought he was gonna be something. Hey, he wasn't. Oh
Albert.
gosh, I know. We just had bad ones. Oh, that pervert Dana Stubblefield too. Dana Stubblefield, and glad his ass is in jail. Lord have mercy, you got me good on this one. Hell, I'll go John Allen right now because he's probably one of the best ones I've seen so far. And Doc Walker. Yeah, Doc Walker. Okay, Doc Walker, good one. That's one of my boys, Doc Walker. I like Doc Walker.
Chris Baker.
You'll give me another defensive tackle that I have seen that I thought, I would say Marco Coleman, but he's a defensive end. Hell, I'll just go to save myself. I'll say Deron Payne. That's how bad we've been. That's how bad. Yeah, let's go Payne. Let's go my new guys.
He said Grant's list comes up. It says Tim Johnson,
Dave Butts, yeah,
David Butts,
yeah,
Charles
Dave Butts,
Maine, Manley, Smith, and Bacon.
Yeah, Man and Manley. Yep, good ones.
Give me the 3 linebackers that's gonna be behind these Hogs.
Oh Lordy, let's go with linebackers. We will go.
I think I know at least one of these guys.
One of my linebackers is going to be London Fletcher because that's a guy I remember growing up, number 59. The man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He didn't kill nobody, and Ray Lewis is a Hall of Famer, so I guess he got to go out and kill somebody. So let me stop. Sorry. I like Ray. I like Sugar Ray.
I like Ray.
And I also like who's played for us before. LeVar Arrington at the prime of his career. He was the reason I wanted a 56 jersey. I loved him on there. And then are also one of our guys. Wilbur Marshall's one too. That was one of the best free agents signings that we had there. Monty Coleman. Another one. Yeah, Monty Coleman.
Nice. What about 3 cornerbacks?
3 cornerbacks. One, Darrell Green. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He is on the Mount Rushmore of Washington players. Also, I would go with Champ Bailey as another one because I think what he did during his time is remarkable for that little bit of stretch. And Yeah. He is.
Like I like when Chad was playing. I said he was best corner in the league.
He screwed us. They screwed all of us. And then I am going to go with you see here. And can I say Deion Sanders? No, I'm not gonna say Deion Sanders because it was bad.
You can.
No, I ain't gonna say no damn Deion Sanders.
It's a crossover. Deion's just the best probably ever. So whatever he played for, he was the best.
I really, man, because dude's a character. I think it's toss up between this guy and the guy who originally wore 21, Fritz Smoot. Like I like Fritz Smoot. I just like Fritz
was a beast. Yeah,
Smoot had moxie, man, and I mean we can say D Hall too. If we're doing 4, because most people run 4 wide receivers now too.
Okay, do the 4.
Yeah, D Hall. I'll throw D Hall in there, but I like Smoot on there.
Yeah, those are nice boys. Daryl Green, Champ Bailey, D Hall, and Swoop.
Vernon Dean. My mom
Big Simple said, "What about Sean Green?
Sean Springs?
He
was too old when he came to Washington. He was like, this dude was like 30 when he came to Washington. He's a good player, but he ain't my favorite. He's not my favorite.
Safeties.
Let's go with Ken Houston. Kenny Houston's a good one. But y'all think I forgot him. 21. Like you need no other guy. 21 is my first, second, third, fourth safety. That's all I want. Just give me 4.
Taylor was a monster.
Sean Taylor.
A straight monster.
I mean, you had Brick Owens as well. Yeah, Homeboy was a baller, man. And it was just like he was just getting his life right. That's the thing that kills me. This guy was finally getting it. Then he got stolen away. Like it's just it's not fair. It's not fair to his daughter. And dude, I feel like this is one of my moments I felt old. That young lady that I saw in front of the urinals at FedEx Field when they were celebrating her daddy's retirement, that was an infant when he passed away. 21. It is oh my gosh, dude, I can't say enough about 21. Ken Houston, big guy, who's pretty good. And then, we had Todd Bowles as well, too. Todd Bowles played for Washington, was a pretty good safety for the squad. And then I think Pat Fisher, too, was on the team for a little bit. He played for us, so he was a pretty good safety from and Grand said all those guys.
Oh, yeah. Bowles. Yeah, Edwards.
Brad Edwards. Yeah, Brad Edwards is a good one. Alvin Walton.
Dang, man. It just made me think about that, man. I remember Taylor, man. Taylor was a beast.
My favorite picture of Sean Taylor. If I could find it, I'd show it to you. I'd share it right here on the background if I could. When he lit up Ronnie Brown. Oh my God.
Hey.
That is my favorite picture.
Yeah, I could say an Eagle.
Oh God, he laid y'all out. I'll never forget that Monday night. They were like, "Oh, Donovan McNabb's coming back. Donovan McNabb's coming back. Oh, the Eagles, this, Eagles that." And then we just took it from y'all. And I like that. I loved it. I said, "Go ahead, ESPN." Brad Edwards, yeah, that's a good one.
Man.
Yeah.
What about kicker, punter, and special teams ace?
Mark Mosley's probably going to be the number 1 kicker, not Dustin Hopkins, because he's the only NFL. He's the only kicker to win the league MVP as a kicker. Punter would be. It's a tie between, for me, Matt Turk and Tress Way. I'd go with Tress Way right now on that one. And kick. Did you ask for specialists too?
Yeah, kick returner.
Brian Mitchell. A little bit of James Thrash, and it may be Santana Moss back there. So
nice. Who's going to be the defensive coordinator? Who's the offensive coordinator? And who's the head coach?
If you got to ask somebody about who's going to be the head coach, it's going to be one Joe Jackson Gibbs. His defensive mindedness, led by one Richie Pettibone, who was part of those Super Bowl champions and was eventually the head coach at the time. Offensive coordinator, really, I mean, Joe Gibbs really called his own offense, but I mean, if I had to pick one. Sean McVay.
McVay.
Sean McVay.
So McVay, Gibbs, and who you said the defensive coordinator?
Richie Pettibone.
Richie Pettibone. Woo.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, that's a nice little list
Yeah.
there. You got some all-time greats, my guy.
Yeah.
You know, and some all-time people on that team, my guy. Man, shout out again for coming on my show, my guy.
Appreciate
Much
you.
love. We definitely go running back. What do you say? Wednesday on your channel. So everybody be able to look at where I'm going on a warpath, baby. And I'm bringing my Eagles jerseys with me now.
Oh God, we're going to check you at the gate. We're going to do.
But hey, go ahead and let everybody know one more time where they can find you at. All links are inside the chat, so make sure please subscribe to my guy. You know,
Find this guy right here. Down the
oh,
warpath
that guy right there.
Find
hit him up.
My dude.
You guys had North Turner too? What?
North Turner was the head coach, yeah. Joe Bugle, offensive coordinator. Joe Bugle was he was offensive coordinator, but he's more of the offensive line coach. Kyle Shanahan, I give more shot. I think they had more success with Sean McVay.
And Jim Haslett too?
Yeah, Jim Haslett was, oh God. Jim Haslett was the defense coordinator all through Shanahan's tenure.
Oh, yeah.
That's why y'all was lighting us up. So that one time,
that's why y'all was lighting us up.
Yeah, that's when y'all was lighting us up that time. Reggie Roby, I forgot about that brother. Greg Williams, defense coordinator. Really, Greg Williams, the defense coordinator? I gotta go with Rich Pettibone because they won championships with that defense. But yeah, but on the warpath, you find us there. We'll be there Wednesday night, 6:45 Eastern Standard Time. Bird Gang 31, Sanchez 405. We're gonna run it back, but this time we bring the smoke on my side. But I need y'all to come over there, and we're gonna have a good time.
Hey, don't worry, I'm gonna share it, my guy. We come.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get all my Eagle fans ready. We're gonna come over there and we're gonna be ready for it.
He's gonna y'all. Okay, so what are y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna choke Santa Claus? You're gonna throw batteries or something? Y'all can't beat Chief Z up anymore because he passed away years ago. So what y'all gonna do to get hyped for this game? So
we're gonna be there. We're gonna hanging out with our cheers, my guy. We're gonna be hanging out with our cheers.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, we'll see there. We put you in the jailhouse under the vet, right? Hey man, this has been the gateway to hell, right? They said that was the gateway to hell down there.
Oh
man.
But hey man, I had a great time, man. Much love to you guys. Hope everybody here has a great Eagles night. You know. And like I always say at the end of my videos, fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, it's Bird Gang 31, and we are out. Peace.